Hi, welcome to the weekly review. We're running a little bit late. Some miscommunication plus something else happened on Colleen's end that I don't know what it is. Um, but since I told them I was going to be here, we can start. So a weekly review is that special time in your week's life when you get to look over your tasks and systems and calendar and make some higher level decisions about what you want to pursue and what you can do and what you're really importantly not going to do this week. So there we are. My intentions, I had some weird stuff, and I'm sad Colleen is missing this. Um, I had some weird stuff happen in that I, I, it turns out new parent is overwhelming. And one of the things I realized after sort of living out of an inbox for a little bit was that I really wanted to experiment with starting something simpler before I'm ready to move back into OmniFocus full time. And so, what I wanted to do was run an experiment, and this may turn out to be a terrible idea. We'll find out. That's what experiments are for. um, Running my tasks out of the Reminders app. It's made a lot of improvements. I've worked with clients on setting up systems in there, but I haven't personally run one since they have installed or added these updates and improvements. And so I thought, well, I this is a good place to start over because I have whole areas of life that have drastically changed and zero brain space to update the old ones. And so I thought, hey, this might be a nice try. And then whatever, because my contexts have changed drastically if you follow the getting things done methodology, or at least parts of it, the idea of context, like what I can do in a particular place. I shouldn't have to look at a task that I literally can't do right now if I am feeding an infant and only have one hand free. That's a skill I hope to learn at some point, to have one hand free, but be that as it may, I only have one hand free. What can I do in that moment? It's not juggle two devices, right? And so my contexts have changed so drastically that rather than dig into something else, I figured whatever lessons I take from Reminders, I may just import into OmniFocus when bandwidth allows. So anyway, that's my current thoughts and experiments. So my intentions are going to be looking over my calendar because I start working with clients again next week. As strange as that is, because it's both been an eternity and really fast because time. Um, and so I need to do a calendar overview and then work some more on setting up that newer system. And really importantly, is making it so I have quick and easily accessible ways to get to the parts that I need to get to. So if I need to view one-handed tasks, I shouldn't be digging, 6 levels into an app, right? I should have a quick way to access it. And so coming up with what those are and having those set up is going to be one of my most important things to do. All right. So we will have, if and when Colleen is able to join, we will have them say what their intentions are. But let's get started. Pulling up my documents. Oh, weird. Okay. Oh, there's the old one. Okay. Yeah, I may end up changing my review document also. We'll see. Is that the right one? Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to first make that reflect my current goals. I'm just going to copy over this for formatting. Um, so Colleen said a bunch of things went sideways. I don't know if they're joining still or not. Okay, so I want to be emptying my head. That's a great idea. We'll see. I've been trying to do that a little bit. So I'm thinking review calendar first, and then, oh no, very first, I have this notes document that I update stuff in there, and I don't want to look at my old video anymore. My old notes, like that just, it's one of those reset points. I mean, okay, so there is a difference between going to a conference and having your firstborn child. But either way, it's sort of like a, wow, stuff that was relevant to me before this is not as relevant now. And certainly not something I want to sift through. Like, I'm sure there is something relevant in there. I'm probably not going to delete the document. But I will start over with a fresh one so I don't have to be bogged down by that old cruft. I don't have the brain power for it at any rate. I mean, right now my mother-in-law is watching my child and my husband's asleep because he let me sleep at night, which was very kind of him. Okay, Colleen said maybe 10-ish minutes. So review calendar, new. And then, now, of course, when I go in to set up this reminders system, TM, part of this is that reminders is faster and more flexible, which is one of the reasons that I recommend people start with it if they're really not sure where to go, or something similar if you're on Android, is because it's simpler and faster, and then more flexible. And so when you're in a place where what you're doing is constantly adjusting, OmniFocus is good for, I already know what I'm doing and I'm setting it up and just on autopilot. It feels, at least to me, your mileage may vary, it feels too permanent to feel like a flexible experimentation environment. I love it a lot for a lot of things, but also a lot of things I'm dealing with don't have as strict of defer dates, or when I come across that, then I will have an issue. So I still have, which is not great, but I do still have my OmniFocus for things that need like hard deadline information in them. But I feel like I need to set up with something that feels more flexible to reestablish what are my contexts that actually matter to me. And those will expand as my world starts expanding again to include, people other than my parents, mother-in-law, husband, and child. And so, yeah. Anyway, set up the reminder system. And then importantly, what I was going to say is one of the many things I was going to say is when I set up this reminder system, I will be experimenting, but also my brain is likely to go in a lot of other directions. So I may end up going back to that emptying my head piece of it, because that's just, I'm not going to fight with how my brain's working when it's on the general task I need it to be doing. I think this is one of the mistakes that a lot of folks with ADHD make with their systems is we set them up, we don't make them easy to access. Like we don't spend the time is like, okay, I want to make it so when I have something, like I have time to do something, I don't have to sit on it. I could just do it. So I think what I'm going to do is, though I hope the bandwidth is okay. I think I'd mentioned that I had an issue with my internet, that it said, oh, hey, you don't have bandwidth. Anyway, so that's still true until the end of the month, and which we're getting close to, but it's still true for the moment. Oh, hey, there's Ozok. Intention is trying to be awake. Good intention. When you have another one, let me know. Hopefully my ramblings are aiding and not hindering the being awake part. Yeah. What am I doing? Easy to assess and adjust. Yeah. And neither easiness can be taken for granted. That's true. And it's one of the reasons that OmniFocus is too big for a lot of people to use or something like that, because it does not feel easily accessible. I will say when I went, because I had experimented with it before, but when I went into using it full time, I had been using a functional system that was simpler. It was in actually Task Paper, which is a spectacularly fun app. It's very simple. And so when what I needed was dates. And that was the thing that was missing. So I already had something set up that was working. And, over time, if you have my type of ADHD anyway, things get bloated and gross. And yeah. And now I can't handle that because child. Sorry, I have food I have to consume slowly. The ramblings are more helpful than the radio. Yay! I like that, being more helpful than the radio. I'll take it. Okay, so, right, I'm going to highlight that document. Wait, there it is. Highlight my task, because I can do things. There we go. All right. It has been so long since I've done this. And now I want to create a shortcut to do this thing that I do periodically. This is not the moment to create that shortcut. Okay. Okay, apparently I can't think of anything else, so I'm going to write it down real quick. And the reason I'm thinking of an automation for right now is because I haven't done it in a while, so I can't remember the steps. And an automation is good for things you don't do that often. You can remember the steps for because it does them for you / prompts you, or can anyway. It's one of my favorite uses. It is not a super common use, and I should remember that. Okay. I can't remember if I said this out loud because, again, my brain is kind of broken with sleep deprivation. Colleen is going to show up when the situation has been finished being dealt with one way or the other. Now that I've opened that, I need to find templates. Okay. Still don't love how this looks. Okay. Okay. And then someday I assume this will sync. All right. Well, I did it. And I can take notes on it someday when it syncs. Oh, I'm not going to be. Oh, it did let me. Despite having a new version of Chrome, it let me knock the thing out. Yay. I will take it. Hopefully, it was like the whole being awake thing is going okay. Uh, oh, Colleen may not be able to show up. They could if needed, but also probably won't concentrate, so probably won't get a very good review. And then what's the point? Okay. I'm wondering if it's my computer's fault that this syncing has not happened. Huh. I'm wondering if it's because I am tethered to my phone because we're out of Wi-Fi internet. I will attempt to review my calendar despite not having that in place. Oh, I still don't have a timer up. mean? What? A wild Colleen has appeared. Well, theoretically, anyway.
Hi.
Hi! I miss your face.
Same. How's it going?
Probably better for me than for you.
I mean, turnabout, etc. Where is this
Yeah.
document? So internet is definitely stable.
Oh, now
That's
it
good
tells
to
me my.
know.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
As mentioned, weather is
Oops.
occurring. Um, no, I do not want you
Oh.
at full screen. Hi. Yes, I'm here. I am not going to declare intentions at this time.
Okay. Okay.
Uh,
Uh.
okay. Um, but welcome everybody.
Yay!
Oh
I'm
man,
excited you're here.
I'm excited. I'm here too. The screaming has stopped.
Yay!
That didn't work. Uh-huh. Yeah.
I
What?
I I think there might also be internet issues on my end because I'm tethered to my phone.
Oh, good. Right. Because, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And I also think that might be why it's not syncing this calendar document that I need to show up on my iPad.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. So yeah, I'm gonna make do and not wait around for things to work because we know how well that goes.
Yeah, that isn't infuriating at all.
No, no. Okay, this is like a very specific Apple complaint,
Mm-hmm.
but thank you, Apple. I actually appreciate it when you give me an error message instead of think that an error message isn't necessary because you are infallible and then just nothing happens and I don't know why. I would prefer the error message. Thanks. I'm glad you've made this improvement to this particular feature.
New from Apple, the iHubris.
I don't know that we're going to go that far.
I think we do. But
Oh,
I'm
wait.
feeling spicy. What?
I assigned the correct valence to the word hubris in the wrong direction for a second. No, hubris is appropriate. Um,
Um, I don't know why this is hilarious to me, but it is. It's a butter knife in my phone stand.
hey, just in case.
Well, I was using it to stir my tea, and now it's superfluous
Mm.
to requirements. Um,
I have a charging pad in my nursing station so that I can set my phone up and see how long I have on my or my pumping or breastfeeding timer.
yeah, yeah.
Because otherwise I don't know.
Okay. All right. Okay. So I think I'm going to start with processing inbox. It's a
Yay!
whopper, ladies and gentlemen.
That was what
It
you told me last night when I said I was coming. You said inbox, so
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Thank you. It's amazing how in just 7 little days that it can go from we're pretty good to
Yeah, yeah.
7 little days. Okay. Um. Oh, right. That is what it is.
Okay, as a professional coach who likes to discuss productivity with people,
Yeah.
um, What's your professional opinion on? I have a shared reminders list with people, and they have something that is overdue by 12 days that I don't think they ever meant to put on a due date. Can I delete it?
Depends who. Depends on your relationship with them, and it depends on if it's me.
It is not you because I wouldn't have used general terms. I would have said, "Hey, how do you feel about this item?" Um, it is one of my parents.
Okay.
Um, the list is on stuff that a house needs. And I just can't imagine that the idea of picking up two drawer pulls that are 4.25 inch for the center desk is a thing that is time sensitive and needs a reminder date on it.
If it were me, I would text the parent and be like, yo, this is like a burr in my saddle blanket. Do you mind? Not that do
Yeah.
you mind like that, but I mean like, do you mind if I just like that? That's what I would do.
Thank you. I think after discussing, I've decided to just turn it off because I don't think it was intentional at all.
Okay. Then no one will notice.
Also, said parents are in Hawaii and will never, ever notice.
Ah,
Like, if they
maybe
did need a date, it would be the date they get back, right?
not
Like,
right now.
it's not for a house in Hawaii, so therefore,
Right. David Allen would
it,
say, I don't know what he'd say.
the old reminder was showing up on my calendar app, and so I didn't want to see it anymore.
Remember how the
I'm
screaming had
sorry.
stopped?
Oh, yeah. You have a good microphone or good filter on Zoom.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
My hormones do not. Uh,
No, they do not. So we've started referring when I'm having very emotional responses to things like child screaming. Like, I know we said that this amount of fussing was okay, and I still can't take it right now.
mhm.
I have started saying my toxins are disagreeing because
Mm,
I was once co-teaching with somebody who told a bunch of kids that toxin or hormones are just toxins in your body. They don't actually do anything.
yeah.
So
Mm,
my husband started referring to them as toxins, so I started referring to them as toxins.
nice.
I think it was one time when I was having a very emotional outburst, and "It's okay, it's just your toxins." And I was like, and he said it with his trepidation, like, "Was this joke too far?" No, it was
Yeah.
perfect.
How is
It
this going
turns
to
out he's
land? Yeah.
perfect. He's perfect.
Nice.
What
Good
can I
job,
say?
Eric. Nice. Okay.
Valence is a great word, most specifically with the positive and negative, then it's connotative. Yeah, I use that for emotional feels all the time because you use it in child development when you talk about like or in brain
Yeah.
sciencey things because I can do talking about brain sciencey stuff, obviously.
Um,
Um,
Earlier today, I used a sentence that included the words calorically inconsequential. And I was like, whoa, words.
go you.
I was
I
referring
miss
to
you.
grass, as in like turf. Like I said, it's surprising how many creatures on this planet use grass as their main dietary intake, given how calorically inconsequential it is.
Does that depend on the type of digestion the animal has?
Yes, because the person was telling me that, in fact, that some marsupials have a digestive system which ferments and actually increases the caloric content of the food through this process, which is fascinating.
Right.
I don't know how that's a thing, but it is. So we're not going to think about that anymore because, the more you think about fermentation, the less you hold on to your lunch, basically. So
As
inbox
a fan
processing,
of
I
kombucha, I agree.
I have moved I have moved a thing, a chunk of a little cluster of tasks into a temporary project, and I'm going to activate on adding that project to my thing. What is the timeline that I
Yay.
want on this project? Um, Oh.
It is probably time for me to take a stretch break. Would you mind if
Okay.
I did that?
No, go right ahead.
Okay.
Uh, okay, I'm gonna add a project. I'm gonna give myself the end of March. Okay, so all right. There we go. Tag things appropriately. Oh, okay. Okay, that's good. So what else? I need to, I'm gonna add, first task in this is, outline different is, Right. Okay. All right. This one is going to go into somebody, maybe, I think. Uh, Down and do. Okay. It's good. And apparently, collecting fandom fidget spinners. I have this one. Okay, so we're gonna duplicate that. That is frustrating when I just send this text and I send the text and then I keep it in my inbox and I still haven't received a reply a week later. That sucks. You know what? I'm gonna take a 2-minute action here. I don't want that. Start menu and task manage. Oh, okay. That probably will fix that. Hooray. All right. A project that I'm gonna put to this. There's a lot here. Okay. Okay.
Ozak actually had a good question,
Oh yeah.
which was hormones are not just gender sex. Correct me if I'm wrong. Hormones are not just gender sex related. They also deal with other things. Yeah, hormones are any chemical communication that crosses the body. So like chemical communication within the brain. We call them neurotransmitters, but like the same thing, like when serotonin's communicating across the body, it's now a hormone.
And like, yeah, it's like people think of dopamine and serotonin as in your brain, but in fact, there's a bunch of dopamine in your stomach, I learned recently.
Most of your serotonin is in your digestive tract.
And that
Like a
does
lot,
not just
most.
mean that you feel good when you eat chocolate.
No, it doesn't. It's also not fully understood why it's there. So anybody who acts like they entirely know why it's there is probably wrong.
Mm-hmm. No, nobody, no. In this instance, it wasn't like, and therefore, it was just.
Oh, no, no, no. That was a tangent. Sorry.
I know.
One of the fun things about being really sleep deprived is I accidentally say things that sound bitchy a lot, and I don't mean to. And my husband doesn't deserve
I
that.
didn't write
But
them that way, but I just wanted to like say, yay,
yeah,
I didn't have to deal with utter nonsense. Huzzah.
right.
It happens once in a
I was
while.
like asked if histamines are a type of hormone, and I know nothing about histamines. Sorry.
Yep. Um, okay, so I mean, you probably have no idea what this is like, but my brain is kind of going, okay, it's important to deal with this stuff. And then in the abstract, it's like, yeah, I can do that. And then in the specific, it's like, pass. Which is like kind of like the opposite of what frequently happens with ADHD, where it's like in the abstract, it's big and scary. If I break it down into a small step, it's like, oh yeah, I can do that. It's like the opposite of that. It's like, oh yeah, look at that big mountain. I could totally climb that. Okay, first go up this little rise. No.
Yeah. Small steps are hard.
Yeah. This is a
Okay, I
project
was.
that I think I need to get rid of because I don't actually think it's necessary. But I feel like I'm worried that I will worry about the thing. But the problem is that the reason I'll worry about the thing is it's not about me right now. And that's very
Mm,
big. But Brittany has heard things in my personal life recently. It's related to that. So it's like,
okay.
what am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to figure out what I think, and that's it. And just that's it. Leave, just stop at that.
Cope with the realities of the world around you that you are unable to actually alter.
I'm making such a Kermit face at you right now because you're so
Yes, you
right.
do.
And ow. Oh, is that?
Sorry.
Did you hear what she just said to me? Oh, I will not stand for this abuse. Can I have chocolate? That would be better.
I have 100% cocoa bar. Would that be within your ability to eat? Because it has no sugar.
Dang. Quite possibly, but
You
it's in
also may not
Oregon.
enjoy it, but
Actually, I have before I gave up sugar. I used to eat like 95 and so forth percent, and I
it
was like,
turns out that 5% makes a big difference to a lot of people.
it does.
But
And I have also eaten 100%. I have done that.
yeah.
I have to take a complete side tangent because I just can't deal with reality right now and tell you
Yeah,
that
reality
this
sucks.
fabric that I got in my upcycle thing is so lovely, and I love the shade of orange that it is. But if you could zoom in on it, you would see that it's a very open. We like you can see the fibers in it. You can see them very big, right? Um, the thread count on this is bad in terms of anyway, which is not a problem if it's not a sheet. But the I love it. I love how it looks, and I really want to make like a witch or wizard hat out of it. But I was looking at it and I thought there's something wrong with this. If I make a hat out of this, oh, if I make a hat out of this, it's gonna give me Scarecrow from the Wizard of Oz vibes.
You are not wrong.
It's just a very thick weave of orange fabric, and it's just gonna be Scarecrow.
I mean, that's okay if that's what you're going for.
No, but that's not what I'm going for. I was going for slightly more dignified than that, which almost everything is.
It was like the description of the character was, and let's not give him any dignity.
Yeah, let's just know. Although I was philosophizing with a client earlier today that
Without me.
dignity is very much situational because
That's
Worf,
true.
the character, is a very dignified person. And especially in a Klingon setting, he would be almost exclusively very dignified. But especially like early seasons TNG, he comes across as very not clownish, but like um no one can take him seriously because he is juxtaposed against the human's desire for diplomacy. He's constantly advocating aggression, and that comes off as, oh well, he just doesn't understand, and it's not very dignified. So dignity is entirely
Mm.
about context.
I think you're right. Also, like things that are considered maybe not so dignified in other contexts, once you're in an all ADHD setting, is perfectly
Yeah,
dignified.
yeah, dignity is very, and like cultural, and yeah.
I was
um
thinking about a conversation I had with one of my neurodivergent friends who's only like, you know, armchair diagnosed themselves.
mm,
Um, and just that this was a conversation that they prompted by saying like, okay, I want to ask a question and I don't want to come off as sounding, I don't remember what word she used, but like rude or something like that.
some negative
And I was
thing.
like, and I was like, and by the way, she's armchair diagnosed herself as probably both ADHD and on the spectrum. And I was like, okay, autism hat on, go. And it was
Yeah.
so charming because what she said was, so, and of course I didn't even remember this at all. You'd given us a bunch of kitchen-y Star Wars stuff over the years, and we haven't actually used it. Would you like it?
Nice.
And
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? That was perfect, and it was charming, and it was just like this is a statement of reality, and normal rules of convention say that you don't mention it.
Hmm.
And um yeah, anyway. Hey, I have a calendar question that maybe you can answer for me.
Oh, good.
I did not remove the guild meeting appointment from this week, but I removed it from all the other weeks. Was I gonna slow burn back in, or was that just an error?
uh so I am the correct person to ask in that I am your business partner in that business. I am the wrong person to ask because this involves me remembering literally anything.
I was about to just delete it, and then I thought maybe I should say something out loud.
Fair enough. Absolutely, always ask the thing, but no, this I have accumulated exactly 9 pieces of fluff between my ears in the past 4 years. That's what it is.
That's fine. Um,
One day I will make it to Dead Fly.
uh, there's something on my calendar that really bothers me, and it
Oh,
is not my action to take, and it should have an
oh
action.
no! Why are you finding all these things that are just like I'm confounded by somebody else?
Because I don't have a lot of my own things on the calendar for this
Oh, that's
week.
true. Oh dear.
Oh, there
9
is
a.m.
one thing that should go on.
10 a.m. Also don't sleep. 11 a.m. May? No, no, don't sleep. I wish I was joking, internet. Okay. Inbox. So coping with reality and dealing with my feelings about things as they actually unfold. Ugh,
I'm
that's a
so
big
sorry.
no, no, nope, nope. I feel that it is one of the most concerning outcomes for myself personally if I get mad at someone for them telling me the truth. So, full steam ahead.
Okay.
Uh, Also, I have a scratch on my forehead, which was inflicted upon me by the razor sharp claws of my progeny.
Mine also need to be filed down. They
Mm.
grow really fast. Why do they keep doing that?
Um, baby, baby, worst with breast milks involved. This is what I've been told. The breast milks make the talons razor sharp. Uh, okay.
Do, 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 do.
That's not a. I'm sorry, David Allen, but this is not a project. It's a problem. It's just a problem. It's a feelings. It's a feelings. It's a problem. It's not a project. I cannot
I think
project my way out of it. Nope.
well, I mean, an action could be taken in that it could be like schedule a friend call with Brittany so I can rant about it, or,
True.
um, you know what I mean? Therapy appointment for this thing.
But like, I feel like thing I will get marginally better at over my entire lifetime, and it will never be fully resolved, cannot be a project. Sorry. Like, at best, it would be like an area of focus of getting less
No,
nuts.
yeah, no, I'm not sure it is a project. I'm not even sure David Allen would argue that it's a project.
No, but that's what he says. There are no problems. There are only projects. And I think that he probably had a really good relationship with insert subject here. One would hope, but maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Um, okay, what in the heck does that mean? It's a heart emoji and a list emoji with no tasks in it
On your list?
on my project list.
You must have thought that that'd be so obvious to you later.
Yeah, but like, why doesn't it have any tasks in it? That's the confounding part. Heart list.
Yes.
It is not.
I
It's
I made a
gone.
large mistake.
Oh, that's okay. Eric's not that bad a guy. I joke because Eric is awesome.
Yes, he is.
Um. Oh yeah, that seems so. Oh, I hate it. I hate it when you're in a headspace where you're looking at the things you, in theory, would like to do to change your reality slightly, and you're like, I just don't care. I don't care.
Yeah, you
Why
don't
did I
have the
care?
cares to give.
Why did I care? When will I care?
Oh,
What?
I thought of something else important I need to add to my thing for today. Dang it. Um, sorry.
It's all good.
I've had the I don't cares a lot.
Why on earth would that be? That's just
Will it
shocking.
scream at me if I don't do this? It won't? Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, yeah, I can get on board with that.
Will it
Uh,
break my heart with its sad tears? No? Okay.
I know. This morning I was showering and I got carried a baby whose eyelashes were wet, and yeah,
Yeah.
not a baby in the sense of baby, your baby, but baby in the sense that
Yeah.
Okay. I do care about the fact that I have, once again, a bathroom, which is my responsibility to clean. For a hot minute, I didn't. Like, at least 3, arguably 4 weeks. I had a bathroom, but it was not my responsibility to clean. And now, once again, I do. And this is how you know you're getting old, in case anyone wanted to know. And I don't consider old to be a bad thing, just in case anyone gets all worried. But when I get excited about a new toilet brush, you're old.
I've
Yeah.
had some really crappy ones. Does that count?
Yes. I think that's a thing. I think it's like you're like, I have a favorite spatula, so I'm an adult. I think that when you have to do the thing, you discover how hard the thing is, and anything that makes that easier is awesome. I think that's the scenario. Favorite spatula, a good toilet brush, all of these things, um,
Yeah.
you know, helpful insurance rep. I'm sure one exists somewhere.
I actually have multiple friends who worked in the insurance industry.
Here's the thing. And a guild member worked previously in the insurance industry. I think that there are a lot of people who work in the insurance industry who want to be helpful and are hamstrung by their own system, right?
Oh yeah. Now I
So,
don't think that either of them are agents. Well, one of them I know he isn't, but
okay, so what's the first task in restart bathroom cleaning routine? Um,
Mike and Ed are next.
look over and prioritize squish and swipe system. Yes, what it is. And then we go back to the filter.
Oh, I realized my first
Hey, what? What?
my
No.
I realized my first week back I have a board meetings. And I'm like, okay, I need to review all the things I've been ignoring. So that's a task that I need to schedule. And I'm like, oh, do I schedule it during potential client time or not client time? Because
I hate both of those. I hate everything you just said on your behalf.
thank you.
Um,
Also, I realized I have an appointment in here that might not be real, and I
oh dear.
don't know how to find out if it's real.
I know this is cliche, but at what point did it become February 27th? How?
You are asking the wrong person.
Oh, I know. Um, timeline. Uh,
Okay.
no. Oh man, I'm just struggling. I'm flip-flopping between I guess I care slightly and no.
Yeah. Um, I have to decide on a time to work on this though, because there is no way I will do it without scheduling co-working. So
Yeah. I'm hungry. Oh good. Okay, that's good.
oh, I'm on wrap. Oh. Kelly
What?
has a Yoda picture on her scheduled co-working for today.
Yeah, I noticed that. Pretty cool. Um, oh, right. Oh, great good gods. Rah.
Oh. You know what? It's a wrap, and I hear a SADS, so I'm going to go provide sustenance quickly on a break.
Hey, I shall be here. Probably. Having a weird digestive pain. Okay, what am I doing? Okay, so I'll sort out the payment for the water thing. Okay. Uh, right. One is gonna be there in hierarchy. Okay. Mhm. Water. Um, Right. Then what's next? Right, I'm gonna put that with that. Similar vibe. And this one is going to be um, no. I'm not going to make the next action. Look at the link. I'm going to look at the link instead. Um, okay, click on the link. What is the first? Oh boy, this looks very automatic pen plan. Okay. So I have to get a check. Okay. Okay. So I need to do it on the phone. Okay. Let's see how effective that is on the phone. Then I can be more confident. Okay, good. Yeah, looks good. So I need to check. All right, this is good. Okay, so get check fill. There we go. Good. Good. I like that. Hooray! That's a big victory for me. It was going to be like, look at the link. No, look at the link now. Find out what that is right now. Yay, I did it. Okay, so that's set up. Nice. Rather, it's set up to set up, which could be worse. Okay, next one. All right. Okay. Hmm. Okay. 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 I need to look up how much is bus fare. Okay. How can you pay? That's the most important thing. I need coin. Um, okay. Wait. 5 to 12. Beautiful. Excellent. Okay. So they do need cards at the thing. I think. True. Yeah. Okay. Exact change. Okay, no bills or pennies. Right. Yes, we need coins. I do have orders from our Yeah, okay, so we can do that. Okay. Okay, cool. So yes. Okay, go. Good, good. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna look up that. Oh, last time I looked at bus routes in this city was a minute ago. Here we are. Yes. All right. So that's not the one we're looking at. Okay. Bus routes are confusing. Hmm. Hmm. Well, I'm going to pull out of that for now and maybe figure it out later. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's important. So this is returning package. I need to find out when the window closes for me to return it. Um, order. Okay. Must be returned by March 19th. Okay. I think I'm going to get it long before then, but it's good to know. March 19th. Oh, yes. Okay. So address. One. I need a reminder next Monday at say 12:15. Needs to be in warm. Yeah, it does need to be in warm. So, um, okay, good. So I also need to, okay, I can put it in the calendar. That's what I can do. That works. That's a system. Um, return. Okay, good. I think that's set up. Great. Okay. Good. 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 Right. Okay. Huh?
Oh, they're hard to leave sometimes,
Yeah, I know.
especially when they get sad when you put them down.
I know. I
How's your
know.
review going? I heard something about bus schedules.
Yes, buses are confusing, and
They are.
seems like where we live, it's at the beginning of a big loop, and I want to go back the other way and not go on the big loop. But
Oh,
this is, I mean, let's be clear. The purpose of me going on a bus is just for fun. I just want to ride on a bus to teach my kids how to take public transit. That's it. Uh, so it's not as if I have a 3 hour commute to my minimum wage job where I get treated terribly because I'm a um, recently moved to this country or something. I have it pretty good, but yes, it's like I stared at it and I stared at it and I clicked things and I clicked things and I stared at it and I'm like, yikes. So yeah.
so when we were in France, because my sister spoke French and I did not, it was my job to deal with all the public transit
Okay.
and her job to speak to people.
Okay.
Well, her French was not so great that that was an easy task. And
Ah,
so, yeah. Um, and I just remembered something. Um, or that was an easy task. She's like, "Well, what do you do?" Well, first I just said I'm the face, and she was like, "Okay, then go use that face to ask someone a question in English." Um, and anyway, so it was my job to figure out the schedules. But since I had just been trying to do that in Japan, I was like, "Are you kidding me? These are letters I recognize. This is easy."
yeah. The
Whereas
difficulty level has been lowered considerably.
I got very lost in Japan and had to be rescued by someone
Aw.
when I tried to go by myself. Yeah. Um, Fortunately, there was somebody to rescue me. So
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I was like, these all look the same. I'm sorry, they're not my native characters.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, now I'm gonna make sure that my projects are in the correct. What?
As like it said, it became the 27th of February progressively across time zones, according to our date system.
I knew Ozak would have a zinger. Good job, Ozak.
Right?
Not disappoint.
Yeah. Um, okay, so I realized while I was gone and not able to do a whole lot, that I have not been going about this very efficiently, and it's time for me to wrap this up and move on. So I'm going to finish scheduling some co-working. XWF. Okay. Um, it's really weird because I'm looking at my schedule. I was like, oh, I've got all this morning time. And I was like, oh, wait, you've been sleeping in the mornings because you couldn't sleep at
Yeah.
other times. Um,
Where is that project? Oh, I haven't added that project to that list yet.
mm, yeah.
Oh, no, it hadn't updated yet. Hang on. Oh, I
Okay.
look forward to my iPhone 15 very, very much. That wasn't the problem, but
I
still.
know.
Uh, like I keep thinking that I'm just ridiculous, that it's like your phone works perfectly fine, stop whining. Can you just validate me again that a 4-year-old phone is a 4-year-old phone? It's I'm not being whiny.
It is a 4-year-old phone, and what's also important is that it's a 4-year-old battery. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, there's both of those things. But once your phone hits a certain age, it's not worth it for most people to go through the effort of replacing a battery.
Yeah.
Also gets considerably harder because your local places never have them in stock.
Yep. Okay. Then that one, and that one, and
But
that one, and that one.
Apple replaced their
Okay. And then water bill, electric bill, food cycle.
what do we want to go with fighting for?
Is it worth it to put this project in my other list to keep a 100% accurate system for a project that I suspect I will only have in here less than 7 days? The answer, unfortunately, is yes. It's about trusting your system or not. There isn't, oh, well, mostly. No, no, that's not how that works. Except for if it's only going to be in there less than 7 days. Nope. Jonathan ordered this book and it arrived and it looked terrible. It looked as though it had been run over by a truck, literally. It looked as though it had been scraped across a wet road with gravel on it. Like it literally had like just gouges and the spine was broken and the pages were damaged. It was like, who put, and the boxes that it came in was perfectly fine. So somebody looked at this book, went, that's pretty good, and put it in the box and gave it to us.
Sorry.
I'm not too mad. I'm just confused. Okay.
Okay.
All right. I was looking up the timeline for it, and then got sidetracked by looking up the address of the place I'm going to return it to. That's what happened. Okay, come on, come on. There you go. Sinking, turning up in the right place. Okay, so that one here. Um, then we have them all. Okay, so and then where did we get to? Got to, I think, there. Yes. Yeah, and that, and that. Okay, that feels good. All right. Do we have any more projects to add? See. All right. Well, I think given the situation with me right now, I think that I have given it my all, and I'm gonna go and have some lunch and cuddle a baby. And I
I
think,
think that you have done amazing.
thank you. You
Like this day started off rough and you did stuff.
see, that's the thing. This review started off rough. Today is
This
awesome.
review started off rough.
For
Okay.
a little hiccup. Yeah, no, this review started off rough, and I pulled it out of it. That pulled it something, and now I'm done. So I'm gonna go and eat food, and yeah. Um, so I need to give you two pieces of information that are connected. One, my
Uh-huh.
eldest child has decided that they are medium. They are not small and they are not big. They are medium. They do not want to be big. They've also decided that they will be not hurtful to their sibling when they are bigger. I'm not sure if they intend that these facts and wording is what my adult interpretation is, i.e., I never want to get bigger and I will never stop hurting my sibling because of that. But yeah, that those are things that came out of their mouths. So yeah, and I've just been hearing like that pause and then scream and then that I described to you with this my listening to my stay-at-home parent cope with bullying. So yeah.
Yay.
Yeah. Anyway, have a good time,
Exciting.
everybody. Thank you for being here
Thanks.
for me in this time window that I had. Good luck, Brittany, with what you do next. And yeah, I will see you guys anon.
Oh, we'll be back to our normal schedule next week, right?
Yes?
Okay.
Yes. The last thing that happened was you were like you were having a toxicity moment, meaning hormonal, not you being bad. And I was like, if you need to change plans, let me know. But I guess you didn't let me know. So I guess plans are moving ahead as predicted. So I guess
I
my brain was still waiting for you to say, no, you have to manage the guild by yourself forever, which is ridiculous, but
yeah, that wasn't yeah,
one of the likely options.
because also like one of the things I was like, I also need a sense of purpose that isn't this because
Right.
you can't win at being a parent. There's
You
no
can't.
victory
No, there is no
lap.
no good option. No.
There are only series of compromises, and my
Yep.
mental health requires me doing something also that I can have more control over how it goes. Um,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
within that same day, I both had like, I need to do nothing else. And then also, oh, I need to definitely do other stuff because this by itself is not a thing that is sustainable
Yeah.
for my brain.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
cannot do this.
I have
Yes.
all of the conflicting feels. Welcome to hormones slash toxins in your body.
Right.
That's a
Yep.
joke reference from before. I don't want anyone to come in and just think that that's a thing I think.
No, no, we're making a joke previously. You can rewind and hear it. All right. Look. Bye.
Thanks. Have fun. Okay, so when I end this, I'm gonna like run my routines to like do the scheduling and all that stuff. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Think that is good, and I will need to do more. Um, oh, Colleen already had a thing scheduled, which I would have realized if I wasn't whatever. Okay. Um, I'm gonna run the shortcut for these. I need to make sure these actually show up. Because until the appointment shows up, there we go. So part of this was me realizing, oh, I need to plan out other things and realizing I'm not going to have time to plan them. So what I did instead was I scheduled co-working for a time to plan it because it's not going to happen right now. I need to go check in with my spouse and all of those things. So oh, there's another thing I don't want to do. Okay, if I can get these done. Okay, maybe I can do this here. Email catch. Yeah, I keep looking at the calendar and be like, oh yeah, there are these morning times I can use. I know I said this, but like it's really throwing me that I'm used to looking at the calendar and thinking, oh, I can use morning times. And that's not always true. Sometimes it's like, oh, I could relieve my spouse because I don't have anything in the morning and I can sleep in. And so, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that was this video plan. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's, I mean, I may make a plan for, but I won't make the plan to shoot. I'll only make the plan to make the plan. Like I may make some project plans, but not actual content plans. Okay, so I think the calendar is reviewed as far as I can, which is basically next week. After that, I'm not real thrilled with how this looks. Hmm. So I just saw something on my just saw something on somebody else's calendar that's none of my business, but it's kind of a big deal. So I'm really hoping it's not what it sounds like. Um, but yeah, that's distracting. Gear and garb gathered. Nice. Yay, Zach, thanks for joining. Okay, I'm also trying to get wrapped up. I really wanted to do more in my system. Um, I guess I will take a break and then come back to this because it's about time to wrap. And yeah, so I will do that and then come on back and get a few more things done because I don't think I can completely wrap up right now. But the possibility exists I will discuss this with my partner and then come back and just get off. So we'll see how it goes. This is all new to me. All right, I'll see you soon. All right. Oh, I'm trying to get my brain back in the game. Sorry. It's obvious this is going to be my last segment because, so that's the other thing I need to do. A text came in that was about a scheduling thing, so I'm replying to that. Okay. How am I feeling about my calendar review other than my getting very distracted? It's good to look further ahead, but sometimes all you can brain is the next week. um, uh, and something just occurred to me. I'm going to type up really quick. Whenever I think of phrasing for an email that I need to send, I try to write it down because I won't want to write it later and it's just taking up space in my brain. Oh, the right AirPod is out of batteries. Okay. Just been in my ear too long. Let's see. I scheduled this, so that's gonna have to count for now. I'm thinking what I need. This is scary because I definitely have stuff I was still accessing in my most recent mind map, but I think what I need is a fresh mind map. For my new system TM. I think what I would like to do is, oh, let me change the name, please. if you can hear the crying, but there's crying happening. What's interesting is even though I've been doing this for several weeks, it's changed a lot over that period of time. And so it's hard to know what of these things I will be able, like, I still don't feel like I have a really good handle on my contacts. And that's part of why I'm not doing this in OmniFocus, is because it really is going to be changing very rapidly. So I'm starting off, like, I want to capture what are my thoughts on this. So I created a new mind map. And I'm writing out what are my contexts. So waiting room, nursing. So that's things I can do with one hand on a task that are quick. Focus walking. So this is, I'm moving about, but I could maybe have, like, I can have more focused time. I maybe have an extra hand if I need it for something. That kind of thing. Things that require focus in a Mac. So I'm like sitting down and doing them. And cleaning tasks. So these are like picking up stuff around the house that needs to be done. Like, for example, this office is a train wreck of things that need to happen. I'll probably end up having some that have to do with, is the baby awake or not? But we'll see how that goes. Okay. Another thing that goes into, oops, highlight that. So you know what the contexts are in order to make the quick access for the contexts. Another one are my sort of areas. I've been doing this, for those who are interested, in one reminders list, because I have other reminders lists that are like shopping lists and stuff, which is one of the reasons I haven't used reminders as my primary list because I have so many shared lists. Okay. Um, I really wish. I I know I'm already saying a feature that exists in OmniFocus that is not in reminders. But I do wish you could have things repeat that didn't have a due date. Yeah. But I can just check them and uncheck them theoretically. Let's see. Oh, I am running out of time. Huh. Oh, this explains it. Huh. Okay. Yeah, my brain just thought of other tasks that I needed to do. Okay, so I wanted to make this thing for these stretches we have for the baby. We have a video from the professional who told us about the stretches, and I couldn't share them to reminders. And it turns out it's because you can't share videos. You can. Here they are. What? Right? Hmm. I'm not going to do that. It also could be that this hasn't updated the Photos app because I haven't had any internet. Um, okay, so writing down the areas, they are health has become a big one very suddenly because I have some carpal tunnel or other issues. Anyway, I wake up and I can't move my thumb, which is great when you gotta pick up a baby. Um, so, oh, that's what that thing was. I had a reminder that didn't make any sense. That's because it was under a header and you don't see the header when you see the reminder go off. Anyway, so there's a context that I've never found useful before, which is focus. Like, because you're right, oh, I need a lot of focus for this one. But you very rarely in life, or at least I haven't, said, I can focus now. What should I do with this? Usually notice I can't focus. And so I've had ones before that were like low focus, could be brain dead, or I called them TV, because I could do it while the TV was on, and or something like that. So I've had low focus context before, but I rarely was like, oh, I'm going to move to focus. But um, now that there's a small human here, like having that opportunity to just pause and focus is actually rare and valuable. So I want to make sure that I am using, because it has happened where I'm like, oh, right, I can focus now. Oh crap. So I'm trying that out as a new context that has never really suited my lifestyle before, but maybe it will now. Okay. Okay. See, I think I'm actually going to separate focus and Mac, because not all things that require focus require Mac. Another thing that's always been an issue is having a task that it's a thing I've heard recommended where you're like, oh, plan a project is a task that you can do at a particular time. And I would just never do it except during review time. Or unless it was like a video project or something. Then I might do it during like video project working time. And I'm wondering if maybe that's a thing I need to revisit, but at the moment it has the context of focus, not plan. Because it is one that requires focus. Mac. Um, Okay. Alrighty. All right, I had one that was clean. And I tried using the OmniFocus shortcut key. Okay. Okay. Check. At the moment, I just have other, but I will have more areas of life focus before very long. Oh my goodness gracious. I forgot to do this whole time. Charge my watch while I was sitting here on my backside. All right, well, that's probably about all the damage I can do around here. Because I gotta get going and make a plan with my spouse for the rest of the day. So, thank you so much for joining. I'm also gonna do my end because I can do that now. So, next time we'll be back at our regular time of 9. And yeah, at least that's the plan. You never know. 9 is still a very early time for me right now. But thank you so much for joining, and we'll be here next week. Hopefully have a good productive week, and we'll see you next time.